What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the FNG Academy. Buck here, former Green Beret, here to help you guys get selected. All right, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about women in SF. So this is something that's kind of developing as I was getting out of the military, but I want to answer some of your questions about, first of all, for the women out there who ask about special operations a lot, this video is also for you. And for the people that ask about whether or not women joining SF is going to ruin the teams, is it going to ruin the environment? Is it going to ruin the selection standards? Is it going to lower standards? There's so many questions out there regarding women joining SF and how that's going to affect special operations. I got some firsthand knowledge from a team sergeant who's actually in charge of one of the women that made it and is currently a Green Beret. There's probably so few of them that if they watch this, they'll probably know who they are. But we'll talk about what he told me and what's going on with them, and then also my opinion on it. But before we do, just know that this video is sponsored by us today. It's going to be us, the FNG Academy. Our mentor program is live. We are helping people in special operations from Canada, from all over the world that want to join their special operations, because the special operation mindset is the same regardless of which country you're in or what special operations unit you're trying to join, and we're helping people achieve their goals. So if joining special operations or joining the military, or if you just want to use the military and the special operations mindset to achieve your goals, then go check out our mentor program. It's currently live. We have 3 tiers. One, if you just want to support the channel, is tier 3. It's exclusive content. I do extra videos for you guys on that. 2 is group sessions, which are small groups, so everyone gets a lot of attention. And the 3rd is one-on-one coaching, so you get all the questions answered that you need. Also, guys, we are doing a giveaway. The 28th, we're going to be giving away this awesome Crimson Trace Hardline Pro to someone on our email list. So go click below, sign up for our email list, and someone's going to win that. After, let me know what you guys think, but I'm thinking about giving away a ruck frame the following month. So we're going to try and do monthly giveaways. We're also doing letters, to the email list, motivational letters every week to help you guys stay focused and stay ready. So go sign up. Now let's talk about it. So first things first, I have 2 daughters. So if I was going to tell my daughters, if my daughters came to me and they were like, Dad, we want to be special forces. We want to do what you did. We want to be a Green Beret. We want to be a SEAL. We want to be MARSOC, whatever they want to be. It would be a cold fucking day in hell before I look my daughters in the face and tell them, you can't do that because you're a girl. There's no way. There is no way I would ever tell my girls that they couldn't do what they wanted to do. Just know from a personal standpoint, you have to always evaluate that, right? It's like if you try to say that women aren't good enough to be in SF or that women shouldn't be in SF, you're essentially telling your daughters and your sisters and wives that they're not good enough to do what they want to do. And I know for my 2 daughters, I will never tell them that. And with a caveat to that, something that I'll always also instill in them is that they will live up to the standard and that there's a standard there for a reason. I will tell them that they should never expect anyone to lower the standard for them, and they should never expect anything less than fair treatment across the board. They should get treated exactly like everyone else, no better, no worse. That's what I would instill in them if my daughters came to me and wanted to be special forces. I would say, absolutely do it. It's a great career. I would teach them how to take advantage of all the things that the military has to offer, like I do on this channel. I would teach them how to, use their VA benefits for housing so they could buy their first house and start accumulating long-term wealth for their children, just like my wife and I did for them. I would teach them all those things, but most importantly, as far as special operations, I would tell them absolutely to go for it, to give it everything they had. Just never expect standards to be lower for you, because the standards are there for a reason. The standards are there to keep everybody safe, to make sure everyone could do the job efficiently and effectively, and to respect their cadre and to make sure that they are not ever being treated, better, but also that they're never being treated worse because they're women. That would never be okay. But that being said, that's kind of my view on how I would approach it with my daughters. Also, I was on the teams when women were not allowed on the teams. So as I was transitioning out, when I heard that they're going to start allowing women to join SF, I would be lying if I wasn't taken back a little bit and like, oh man, what is that going to do to the teams? Like, is it going to be weird to have a woman on the team? Is there going to be like relationships forming between the guys and their teammate? Is everyone going to be focused on the women all day instead of training, and they're going to be trying to impress the women on the team? All these concerns came through my head, and I would be lying if I didn't admit to that and to say that I had those concerns. But then I reached out to a buddy of mine who's a team sergeant, and one of his soldiers is a female Green Beret. I know there's not many of them. He got the opportunity to be one of the first leaders to lead a female Green Beret, and I'm proud to report that he said it's been going amazing. He said she's just a great fucking teammate. She's a great team member. He said it's awesome. There's no difference, and that's the best case scenario. It shouldn't be better. It shouldn't be worse. It should just be exactly the same because you're just getting on a new team member. So I'm happy that we actually get to report to you some data, from some experience, personal experience from, having a female on the team, that nothing is changing. That is great news for the community. It's great news for women to know that the women that have gone before you are already making a good reputation for you guys. So once you get there, there's already the stigma will go away because people will get used to it, and then they'll start to accept. Yeah, you could be a woman on the team, you could be a man on the team. If whatever you are on the team is irrelevant, as long as we're just all meeting the standard, we're all trying to be mission focused and getting the job done. That is important. That's where it matters. That's where it counts. And so everyone starts to develop this equal mission focused mindset, and that, I'm proud to say, is what seems to be happening. And that is awesome. That's great news. So for the women, the SF, for this particular Green Beret, woman who is a Green Beret, who's on the team with my buddy, great job. The fact that you are paving the way for women and bringing a good reputation to women as Green Berets, you are carrying the future potentially of my daughters wanting to join SF. You are carrying that weight on your shoulders. So for that, I thank you and I commend you. Last thing I want to touch on is what had changed my experience with working with women is when I went to the police department. You guys have heard me tell this story before, but I didn't have experience in this high capacity, special operations or small teams working with women until I joined the police department. When I got to the police department, we got to a small team and I was partnered with a female, and she was awesome. She was strong, probably lift as much weight as I can. She could do as many pull-ups as I could. She's tough. And she was super smart. She was a lieutenant in the sheriff's department on their special operations. They have a special operations team within the sheriff's department to deal with like riots and stuff within the prisons. And she was on that team. I think it's called the CERT team, Special Response Team, something like that. SORB team, Special Operations Response. It has a cool name is what I'm getting at. And she was on it, and she was a lieutenant of all things. So she was a total badass. There's women out there that are so much stronger, faster, more intelligent, more capable than me and most, like a lot of Green Berets out there right now. I hope that helps kind of clarify for you guys, women in SF. For the people out there, they're going to hit the comments and be like, oh, there's no place for them, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I'm just going to go ahead and say it now so I don't have to try and answer those. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You probably don't have any experience in special operations. You're just a keyboard warrior doing a whole bunch of this and fucking running your suck. If you've never been in special operations, if you've never worked in a special operations community, whether it is in the sheriff's department, police department, 3-letter agency, and you've never had the opportunity to work with really tough women, then just shut up because you don't know. Okay, so you're making a bunch of assumptions, and I'm here to tell you that those assumptions are false. So all the women out there, go get after it. Just don't expect the standard to be changed. Meet that and exceed that standard like everybody else, which we know you can, we know you're capable of. All right, we'll talk to you guys next time.